Hello, I'm Marc Desgroseilliers from Technical Support here at Pix4D, and today I'm talking to you about DTM and contour lines. Let's start with a few definitions. What's a DTM? What's a DSM? What's the difference? Well, the DSM, or Digital Surface Model, is a 2D map where for every point it is the altitude of this point which is encoded. In most software, when you visualize the DSM, then this altitude is going to be color-coded. The DTM is very similar, but it is only the points that correspond to terrain that are going to be taken into account. That means that the buildings and the trees, they are discarded, and it is only the altitude of the terrain which is recorded. It's a new feature in version 3.1 of the Pix4D software that the DTM generation is fully automatic. The DTM is also better integrated in the software in the sense that you can visualize it in the Mosaic editor. That means that the point cloud classification, which was present in previous versions of the software, has been removed. But don't worry, we're working on it and it's going to be reintroduced in future versions of the software. One quick note about DTM generation is that in our test we've seen that you get better results if the DTM resolution is set to be at least 5 times the GSD of the project. To generate the DTM, you will go in the processing options and you will go in the processing options for the third step. So you can select whether the DTM should be generated or not and whether its tiles should be merged. Another useful output is the contour lines. A contour line is a line that will join points of the same altitude in your project. These contour lines, they can be based either on the DSM or on the DTM. If you want the contour lines to be based on the DTM, you will need the DTM to be generated and its tiles to be merged. So if both of these conditions are satisfied, then the contour lines will be based on the DTM. Otherwise, they will be based on the DSM. So let's go in the software and see where are all these options and how these different outputs can be generated. Here is the 3D reconstruction of the Cadastre project, which is one of our example datasets. I'm going to go in the processing options here to show you where I can find the options for the DTM. So I go in the third step of processing. This is DSM, orthomosaic, and index. In the DSM and orthomosaic tab, you can see here that I will need to select the DSM to be generated in GeoTIFF and for the tiles to be merged. Then I can go in the additional outputs and I can ask for the DTM to be generated or not. As you can see, the resolution of the DTM is automatically set to be 5 times the GSD. So that is 5 times the default resolution for the DSM. And I bring your attention to this here because now I said raster DSM should be generated. So it says contour lines are generated from the DTM. And if I uncheck this box here, then you see now it says that it's going to be generated from the DSM. So since I want it from the DTM, I click this box, make sure that merge tiles is checked. And now if I run the third step of processing, the DTM and the contour lines are going to be generated. For the contour lines, you can decide in which format it should be saved, as well as deciding several options that will influence the contour line output. So for example, how often should a line be drawn? So here we set the elevation interval to 10 meters. That's the default. Let me show you in the Mosaic editor. This is the DTM. So again, this is for viewing. We have here the Mosaic. You can see the DSM, which has the buildings, and the DTM, now the buildings have been removed from the output. And finally, let me show you where these outputs are saved on the computer. So if I go to the results folder, you can see here the outputs for the different steps. I go to DSM Ortho and I go to Extras. And now I'm going to get the contour lines, which are here, and the DTM. The DTM is saved as a geotiff. And for the contours, if I click here, you're going to see that in the file name, it is written whether the file has been generated based on the DSM or on the DTM. Great. So that's all I wanted to say about DTM and contour lines. I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.